Welcome back, DPReview TV viewers. It's Jordan Drake here to talk about the brand new Atomos Ninja V Plus. Now, the original Atomos Ninja V is one of my absolute favorite video accessories. It combines a very nice monitor with an external recorder, and it just got constant updates to support all of the new cameras coming out. However, recently we've started to see more and more of the mirrorless cameras and cinema cameras offer 8K recording or 4K 120p. Those are things that the original Ninja V just couldn't support with its processor. Now we've got the Ninja V Plus that'll give you those options. The Ninja V and Ninja V Plus can record video as ProRes or DNx HD, but if you're looking to do raw video, they only support it through ProRes RAW. Now this is optimized for Final Cut, works brilliantly. You can also get a plugin for Premiere or Avid if you want to work with the ProRes RAW files there. However, there is no support within DaVinci Resolve, which is extremely popular for video grading. So if you're using Resolve, then this might be a non-starter right from the get-go. So besides the record modes, they must have made a bunch of other upgrades to the Ninja V, right? Unless you count gray paint as an upgrade, then no, this looks and feels exactly like the original Ninja V. It's the same display, same interface on it. It just has the new processor to support those higher frame rates and higher resolution modes. So since the body and features are the same as the Ninja V, be sure to check out our full Ninja V review that's on the channel. Now, right now, if you're looking to test 4K 120, I'd need a Sony FX6 or FX9, which I don't have access to. But to test the 8K, that is supported on the Canon R5, which I have right now. So let's see what kind of difference this can make. Now, the R5 is a really bizarre choice, I think, to debut external 8K RAW recording because it already has internal 8K RAW recording in both CRAW and the CRAW Lite format. So I wanted to do a test and see if there was a real image quality difference. So I set the camera to the same exposure settings, did a very high contrast scene right here. And I apologize, I can't seem to sit in the exact same place. Doesn't seem like a tall order, but I couldn't master it. And you can see here that the highlights are clipping at the same point on all the recorded formats. And looking in the deepest shadows at the noise there, you can see we're getting the exact same amount of noise with all three profiles as well. So it doesn't seem like there's any kind of image quality difference between all of those RAW formats. Okay, so if we're getting the same image quality out of the externally recorded RAW, why would we bother dragging around a Ninja V Plus on top of our camera? Well, the first thing you really need to remember is when you're using the R5, it can only record RAW video to CF Express Type B cards, where when you're using the Ninja V Plus, it records to nice, easily accessible SSDs. And if you're looking at it just in terms of storage space, generally you wind up paying about 3 times as much for CF Express media as you do with fast SSD media. So if you're doing long recordings, then yeah, the Ninja V Plus just makes more sense. Using the Ninja V Plus also unlocks the ability to record a Super 35 5K 60 frame per second RAW mode that's not available for internal recording. So if you want a little bit of slow motion or less rolling shutter, that is an option for you. As well, you don't have to worry about overheating when recording RAW video externally, which we all know can be a real problem with the R5. There's also going to be a huge appeal to the externally recorded ProRes for Final Cut editors like myself, because Canon's CRAW files just absolutely chug when you bring them straight into the editor, and you don't have access to a lot of metadata controls like ISO and white balance that you'd expect to have with RAW video. Now, you can use Canon's Cinema RAW development software. In that, you can adjust the ISO, white balance, tweak all those settings, and then export them into something more easily editable in Final Cut, but that's a huge pain in the ass. Whereas the externally recorded ProRes RAW goes into Final Cut beautifully. Right within the software, I've got access to changing all of the metadata that I want to, and it just performs brilliantly on my M1 iMac. So if you're a Final Cut editor, then it's definitely going to be worth the investment to record that RAW video externally. Okay, so that's the case with this particular camera and recorder combination. But what if you've got another camera and you're just wondering, should I save a bunch of money and get the older Ninja V or spend more than twice the price on the Ninja V Plus? What other upgrades do I get? My biggest issue with the original Ninja V was really slow startup time and the fan noise. Now, those are both things that could be addressed in the Ninja V Plus with its new processor, so I ran a couple of tests. First thing, in terms of startup time, it is absolutely identical. Now for fan noise, I thought I'd do something fairly demanding, so I recorded 10 minutes of 5.9K raw video off the Panasonic S1H. After 10 minutes, recorded the fan noise to see if one was louder than the other, and I found the same thing. They were both just as loud. So neither of my two biggest issues have been addressed. You're really just getting the extra recording modes with the Ninja V Plus. But that's really not the whole story, because Atomos is one of the best companies in the business for providing really meaningful firmware updates, not just adding support for new cameras, but adding entirely new features. And the Ninja V came out a few years ago, and it is now a very different and much more powerful tool than it was when it first launched. But I really think we're kind of hitting the end of what this older processor is capable of. So I do think in the future, we're going to see a bunch of new firmware improvements with the Ninja V Plus that won't be offered with the older Ninja V recorder. So the big question is, are you willing to pay more than twice as much money for whatever those future unknown capabilities might be? That's a question I can't answer for you, but hopefully this video has helped you figure out if the Ninja V Plus is going to be the right tool for you. If you found this useful, I would really appreciate a like and maybe a subscription to our channel. But otherwise, we will see you all again very soon with some more DPReview TV.